Okay, so this will be fun. We're about to go on board Evrika. It's a Swan 65, a beautiful boat. You probably know the story of Dominic. You know, he's the owner of Multiplast. They're building some of the fastest boats in the world. I remember an interview we did with him nearly 4 years ago when he was speaking about doing the Ocean Globe. He was one of the very early entrants, and he had the vision, and he bought a Swan 651, spent a couple of years refitting it, rebuilding it, and then less than a year before the start, it got blown off its cradle in a big storm when the boat was on the hard, and it was a write-off. So I think it was only like 8 months before the start, he had to find another boat. He found Evrika. Didn't need a huge refit, but nonetheless, you know, new sails, check all the rigging, all the electricals and things like that. So, and he made it to the start. He's really living his dream. He sold the business. He said, I can't concentrate on the business and do this race as well. So he sold the business. He's officially retired, and it's crewed by family and friends. And he was having one of his birthday parties. I forget the age. He knew he was doing the race. Invited them all to this party, and he told everyone, well, I've treated myself to do the Ocean Globe race, and if you want to crew on the boat, put your name on this list. And so he had about 35 or 40 people put their name on the list, and of that, 25 of his family and friends, including his son and daughter and all that sort of stuff, are sailing the boat around the world and swapping over on different legs. So it's a great story, a great backstory. So I'm going to just sort of bankroll him here and just go across and jump on the boat and see if we can give you a rundown. It's a beautiful boat, that's for sure. So we'll come through here, yeah, this is a classic, absolute classic. Of course, sister ship to Sayula that won the first Whitbread. Beautiful condition, this boat. It's had a lot of money spent on it by the previous owner. Really nice guy. He was actually going to sail in the race, but decided not to in the end, and so Dominic had the chance to buy the boat and get here on time. So Dominic, thank you. I can do a lot of this myself, but it's interesting. I've been telling him your story. And you're now 3/4 of the way through your dream. How do you feel about all that?
Yeah, good. Happy to come back home.
Yeah,
it's a long way.
Yeah,
it's a long way. So yeah, we're happy to sail the last leg now.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, we'll be keen because this will go to air in about a week when you're out there. So we'll be watching it. It's going to be getting hotter, and so. And how do you see this leg compared to the previous three?
The first one was probably the first and the hardest.
Yeah.
Because it's very long. We only have 5 days in Cape Town to prepare the boat for the second leg.
Yeah.
Second leg, we have a crew, a stronger crew, and we have strong winds, but we are prepared to that. And the third one, we have a Pacific Ocean.
Yeah.
Pacific.
Yeah.
Yes,
Right.
but we broke the boom. But no, it's we don't have the big storms we could have.
Yeah.
We don't have them.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
we have a beautiful weather when we pass the Cape Horn, and after the Cape Horn, it was very long to come to Punta del Este. On only 1,200 nautical miles. It's a long way.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, with no wind sometimes, with upwind sometimes, with strong wind. It's long.
Yeah.
Long. You imagine that you are finished when you pass the Cape Horn, but no.
Yeah. So it's the weather looks good for the start, eh?
Yes.
Once you get out of here, it's going to turn and
Yes.
be a good run.
Right, we go downwind. It's good.
Always
try
good.
to go fast.
So did they repaired the boom? They didn't replace it?
Yes.
They repaired it?
No, we don't replace it.
Yeah.
We have no time to replace it, so we just put an insert and weld it, and a lot of bolts everywhere. So it's not very beautiful, but it's
does the job.
It could do the job.
Yeah. I mean, it truly is a beautiful boat. It's one of the classics in the fleet.
Yeah.
And so generally, you haven't had major issues with the boat at all.
No, last time we have some issues with the fuel we charge in Auckland. We have mud and water in the fuel, and we have a lot of issue with that, generator, central heating, and at the last 3 days, the main engine. So we have to transfer clean fuel from starboard to port with a small pump, and it was not fun. Not fun.
And I mentioned you've got family and friends crew. That must, as much as sometimes with any crew, doesn't matter whether family and friends, there's tension and bits and pieces, but as a crew bonding thing for like the whole family units and relations and things like that, it must be an amazing experience, to be. They must be talking about it.
To share some things like that with your nephew, with your son, with your daughter, with your boyfriend, girlfriend.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic adventure. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, I've never really asked this question because I'd be too scared to ask Mirabelle, but I was always impressed when I first met her and she said she was going to do the race. How much sailing experience did she have before she got involved with the idea of the Ocean Globe race?
The first mate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mirabelle. Yeah, Mirabelle.
Oh,
Yeah,
Mirabelle.
Mirabelle.
She
Never.
never sailed before she met. We met 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's really a discovery.
Absolutely. I mean, it's just amazing.
She has not seasick,
Yeah.
so it's good.
It's incredible. I got to admit, when I saw her arrive in Cape Town, because you got hammered the last 4 or 5 days, you were absolutely nailed by headwinds and big winds, and had a few bruised ribs and just horrible. And I saw Mirabelle and I thought, oh jeepers, I wonder how she's going to cope with that. And she said, it's fine.
No, she never afraid.
Yeah.
No, she's confident with me, with boat, with the crew, and she's happy.
It's a fantastic story.
Yes.
Yeah. Just shows what you can do if you really want to do it. That's all right. Okay, so I'm gonna. I'll just have a wander around and explain people the deck gear and everything, and then if I can come down below and just have a walk through, that'd be great. Okay. Yeah. Cool. All right. Thanks for that. So, amazing story. Mirabelle is one of my favourite crew members within the Ocean Globe race. So this is another typical Swan dog box, but this one's a curvy one. This is really cool. So again, it saves the companionway. You come out, you can have a couple of people sitting under there. Again, not quite as impressive as Triana, but still very effective and something that I think you'll see more of in the next race as well. People getting protection around that area. So being a boat builder, they did a few different things to prep the boat. They've got this usual deal to life rafts. We've got the same life rafts. They've got them on timber cradles here, all strapped in, so they can't go anywhere. And this is their pack rack. It's like the pack rack on a car. So this is the permanent place for a whole bunch of sails that live in this rack on deck. It saves them going down below. Because Dominic has one hydraulic furling gear, I'll show you in a minute, and then stay sail on wire, and that's it. So this is just another storage place. I'm just trying to strap up a mic here. Hang on a sec. No, I can't get it. Don't want to lose the gimbal. Got it. Okay. So that's quite different. The rest of these winches, that's all standard position for a Swan. Probably. In fact, as I say, when Dominic bought the boat, it was in pristine condition. Richard, the previous owner, had owned it for quite some time, kept it immaculate, and so Dominic had to do the final prep to get it ready to race it around the world. And massive mast sections, again, standard engineering for Swan, all this sort of stuff, same design on everything, all really good. That would be original, that stuff. So very fascinating. All the big heavy-duty spinnaker gear. Got 2 spinnaker poles, so you have to actually have 2 spinnaker poles in the OGR, so if you lose your mast you can actually set up a jury rig with your poles, and you have to have a design for the jury rig and test it before you get accepted into the race. So again, not a lot to talk about, but all the ropes everywhere, but there they are. Standard Genoa tracks. This is all traditional old style technology, really well executed, so it makes it very reliable. Nowhere near as beamy as the Baltic 55 that we had before. This is a S&S design, Sparksman and Stevens, very much a gentleman's yacht. Looks beautiful when it's going, and they've got another pole there, so they've got 3. So 2 different sizes, not a jockey pole, so they've got 1, 2, 3. So the shorter one will be for booming out the staysail, because their staysail is quite a way forward as well. Nice to be able to do that in heavy weather in the Southern Ocean. So you can see there, they've got a little bowsprit on here, which is allowed because it was there before they bought the boat. Normally you're not allowed to do that under the notice of race. But what happens is, if it's there, it means the sails on board have already been cut to that pole, and so we don't want to stuff people around. And what happens is, so yes, it's not the same for everyone. If you haven't got one, you can't put one on, but it's taken into account in your IRC rating. You have to declare whether you've got a sprit and sails and all that sort of stuff. So it's taken care of and hopefully balances everything out. Big Reckman hydraulic furling gear. We had a beautiful one on the top, but unfortunately we lost our Reckman gear, which is, wow, so good, in a big squall. Reckman gear was gone. We've now got a Pro Furl. Nothing wrong with that. So, and here we go with the staysail, all on stainless steel Wishard clips there, not the old bronze piston hanks, and stored on deck as well. So quite beautiful teak decks, quite something special. and it's going to have an interesting history. You never really own a Swan, you're just a caretaker, because you can keep rebuilding them forever. They're really beautiful boats. And you can see coming down here, this is the grinder pedestal for this big drum winch here, and there's two of them, one on each side, and it's okay, but it's sort of always, to me, when you see people on it grinding away, it looks a little bit exposed, but it does the job. It's been like that forever, and it certainly gives you plenty of power. So you'll see a lot of the Swans doing their Swan regattas, and then they are doing the deal, having a lot of fun. Similar boats, it's a big gentleman's thing. So this is one of the better boats in the fleet. I'm going to squeak below and see if we can keep the gimbal working here. Wow, this is a little bit different than translated 9. Yeah, okay, so there's some real wow factor here. One of the tidiest boats and the most beautiful boats in the fleet for sure. It's very cool. So wow, yeah, jeepers. Just to be clear, I'm standing on carpet here. There's beautiful carpet over the cabin sole, and a fantastic galley. A little bit different than translated 9. They built theirs into a box, but that's very open space and very nice. Wow, it's very well done. This is like a tour of a beautiful Swan 65 rather than a round the world ocean racing boat. So very cool. Pipe got up there, or a pilot berth rather, covers over the settees. This is really cool. Very beautiful, eh? Yeah. This is exactly what I was saying to people, where you have the chance to have a boat that's still a classic at the end of the race, and if you wanted to, you could sell it and still.
You don't want to destroy it during the.
Absolutely, that's what I keep saying to the crew on Explorer, but it's not quite working. Not quite working. So, yeah. Yep.
Yes.
Oh, Georgie's on board. Everything's happening.
Dominic is there with Don.
That's it. Yeah, that's okay. I'm just going to show people the boat. Yeah, no problem. So, no, that's okay, Georgie. I'm okay. So, typical Swan chart table area. Beautiful. Oh, here we go. Napoleon himself. So you're having fun? That was a good night last night, eh?
Yes, Napoleon was there. It was good
exactly.
that you invite him.
I don't think it's up on Facebook yet, but we'll put it up. So this is Napoleon. He was there last night. You'll see him feature. You'll see him feature in the party and the shenanigans that was going on. It was quite amazing. We had our prize giving. Oh, here he is. Jeepies, you have to walk sideways to get out there. That's better. So
where is Nelson? We are looking for Nelson.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so beautiful boat, eh? I'm not sure whether you've been on the other boats, but this is the most pristine for sure.
You mean the other boat?
Some of the like Translated or Sterner or.
My job is to make them empty.
Yeah, because you're still with the company, right?
I am the managing director of the company.
Introduce yourself and tell a bit about the company and stuff.
Hi, I am Jan Penfornis. I was working with Dominic for 15 years, and when he decided to get retired, the new partner keep me. I hope they keep me. So I will see that when I will come back. Keep me as a managing director. So my dream with my wife was to do part of his dream. So we are just arriving one week ago to do the last leg with Evrika.
Yeah, and your Ultim just won the race, eh?
Sorry?
Your Ultim just won the race. Is that right? No, your Ultim, the trimaran.
Yes, the Arcade Challenge. In fact, 6 boats were doing this race.
Yes.
On our 2 boats are first and second.
Yeah.
So that's the good news. Gitana and Sodebo.
Yeah, fantastic. Because you built, the company built all the Volvo 65s and
Not
a lot
all
of
the
Imokas and
some of them. Some
of
we were doing between each Vendée Globe 2 or 3 Imokas, and we took part in the one design Volvo 65 story with 3 other yard, Green Marine, Persico, and Decision.
Yeah.
And we were in charge of the deck, so we did all the decks. And before that, we did Groupama 4, which won the Volvo Ocean Race in 2012.
Yeah. And now you're sailing a 46-year-old boat, 47-year-old boat.
Yeah, that's a good
classic.
thing. At least we don't have to scare about the strongness of the boat, even if translated as issues. And really, that's something that I couldn't believe, because those boats are so strong.
So strong.
Maybe the boat was damaged by a cradle or something like that, because it's hard to understand otherwise.
Yeah.
Those boats are really sick.
Yeah, too true. So anyway, that's good. And now the company's moved on to a lot of commercial stuff, eh? You're doing commercial.
50-50. We are doing some mast and sails for the cargo ship, for the pack bow.
Yeah.
So tall mast 70 meter high with solid sails, foldable solid sails. So that's one part of the activity. We're also doing some radars, radomes, so everything. A lot of business, unfortunately. For Thales at the moment. Although the defense sector is quite active. Yeah.
The world's very mixed up at the moment.
But we are still a boat yard. We will always be a boat yard. We will always have half of our activity, which will be doing racing yachts.
Yeah. So that's cool. Yeah. Very good. And where they got you sleeping? Where's your bunk?
With my wife.
Let's go up and have a look.
Look.
Yeah.
You will believe I like the pink.
Wow, that's very cool, eh? The contrast here, if you're watching this and you haven't seen the translated video, not there's anything wrong with translated, but it's a different version of a Swan 65. Exactly the same space, exactly the same layout, and this is the traditional luxurious cruising layout.
By the way, I don't know if it's a room or a corridor, because everybody is going through to go to those toilets.
Yeah. Okay.
And the old skin area.
Look at the head. This is a classic Swan head. Now, it's funny, within Swan owners, there is a bit of a thing about keeping everything original. And these toilets are an engineering marvel, and this is one that's in very good condition. And someone's done a whole new timber seat. And
by the way, we went a bit fast on those. That remind you that the boat belongs to one of the Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd guys, yeah.
And if
we
never
talk about it. Oh, yeah.
If you go in the other berths, you will see two other covers of.
Is this the original artwork for the covers? Maybe not. I'm not sure.
Could be, by the way.
I don't know.
We never wonder.
They're not signed.
Have a look in the other cabin.
Just to show people again what's going on. So you're walking through the head, but that toilet is a status symbol for all Swan owners. That's a mandatory situation. And this is the bin, but it's a very tidy bin. So that's cool.
We still have to put the box like they need.
Safety gear.
Safety gears, oil skins.
So you don't have many sails down below, eh?
No. All the sails are, there was no sail down below, they are under the boom.
None at all?
No.
That's amazing.
They are all in the center under the boom.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, well that saves it pretty well. And the furniture and the timber and the bulkheads is pristine. Very slick. So, wow. This is a nice, and the carpet everywhere.
So go to see my neighbors.
Yep, let's get in here. We've got to look at the artwork. Okay, I've got the gimbal is going a bit slow here.
Pink Floyd again?
Oh, yeah, jeepers. They look as if they might be the artworks. I haven't got, you'd have to have a look, but it looks like
that's possible.
A brushed thing, very famous. Very famous. Ooh, jeepers. That looks like it's a record cover. Yep, that's a record cover. So, very cool. Another head compartment here. So all used as a, look at that, another Swan dunny. Ooh, perfectly restored and in pristine condition. Wow, very impressed. So, yep, this is the boat to be on. Okay, this is absolutely the boat to be on. Two bunks here. They're really wide, plenty of space on that. On Explorer, the top one's very tiny, but they're very relaxed, very big cabin, and quite luxurious. So have you got all your food and everything on board at the moment?
You can see those empty fish net. We are waiting for the frites now.
Yep. And how many are sailing? How many crew on this leg?
9 on this leg.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And one's on this one here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, 9. So yeah, perfect. No, everyone's got their own bunk. So that's interesting. Yep.
Here is the owner cabin.
The owner's cabin. I hope they don't mind. Oh, it's quite big, eh? So much bigger than this is amazing. Once again, I would refer everyone to the translated 9 video that we did. I have to put them up one after the other. This is very luxurious. Big double berth there, and hatch into the aft cockpit so you can talk to the crew. Big lockers there. Quite a comfortable single on the other side. Very nice indeed. So, and just spinning around here. Yep, we've got everything happening there.
Have a look at this picture.
Wow.
This one is interesting because you can see Dominic's two last boats.
Oh, right. Okay.
This is Futuro.
Yep. Swan 651 that fell over.
doing the Swan Cup
Both together.
in 1984.
Yeah.
And Evrika won this first Swan Cup.
Yeah.
Nice picture.
That's cool. Yeah. Oh, and another swan bunny over there. That's beautiful.
Thank you to
Wow. So sorry.
Very picture, yeah.
Yeah. So what's next after this?
Cruising first.
Cruising. Yeah. Into the med or where?
First in the
Yeah.
med,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, hang on. I should give you the microphone. What do we do with the microphone? There it is. You hang on to that. So you're going to go for a cruise again, family and friends and things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
family first and friends also.
Yeah.
South of Brittany next summer,
Yeah.
and we will see after if we go to Mediterranean for perhaps the Swan Cup and the Voile de Saint-Tropez and Middle Sea Race and so on. We will see.
I must admit, the Swan Cups and things like that sound like a lot of fun. You know, because it's all like-minded people, similar boats. You know, they're not busting your butt.
Fantastic race. Race.
Never done one, but you know.
Yeah, I've do it twice.
Yeah.
But I think if I go again, I have to change my sails for
Sails.
real sails, not Dacron one.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
I know
too
what you
heavy
mean.
and.
Yeah. How are your sails holding up now?
Yeah, that's good, but it's Dacron sails, so not very.
Performance orientated.
Yes.
Yeah. For around the boys. Yeah.
But they are in very good shape.
Yep, that's cool. Very good. So, for you personally, once you've, do you think this voyage has changed you at all? You know what I mean? Like, do you think it's given you a different perspective in anything at all, particularly?
No, it allowed me to change from my business activity to my retired activity.
Transition.
A good transition.
Yeah,
Yes.
with plenty of stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So how did you feel when you finally made Cape Horn?
Sorry, it's me.
Yeah, no, that's okay. No problem. Go for that. Well, I don't want to listen in. I'll keep this rolling. I'll get out and I'll get up in the cockpit so we can get that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's quite a boat for sure. And this is the design of the cuddy is pretty cool. It's got more than enough to get going. So, okay, I think we've probably got this. It's 20 minutes or so I won't worry about disturbing Dominic anymore. The main thing is to show you the boat, but yeah, everything is like a brand new boat, so it's quite impressive. It'd be fun to go cruising in the med, that's for sure. Alright, I think I might call it at that. We've got Maiden alongside. I don't know whether we're going to get a chance to get onto Maiden, but I first saw this boat in 1986 BOC Challenge, sailed by Bertie Reed, South African guy. He was Tableau boss at that stage. They'd done the Whitbread and they got it. They did the single-handed around the world race, and then it was sold again to do another Whitbread. And after that 86, then it was Tracy bought it and did the 89-90 Whitbread. So lots of history there for sure. So, okay, I'm going to call it that because Dominic's probably going to be on the phone. So I'll just say thank you very much for watching this, and we'll what could be next? Could be Explorer, could be I'm not sure who. So we'll see. Okay, bye bye. See you later.